I'm going to begin my May bouquet project by starting about 2 inches from the upper left corner. So I have a little corner gauge here, and right here is going to be about 2 inches. I'll just pull that off. Using 2 strands of floss. Normally when I use 2 strands of floss, I can start with a loop start, but because this is an over-dyed floss, I can't really do that. So I'm going to anchor with an away knot. I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to stitch toward that knot. This is a reverse Scotch stitch over 3 canvas threads, and I'm going to use a laying tool to make sure that my strands are laying flat and separate from each other. This is a really easy background stitch, easy to compensate. And it's you make 3 diagonal stitches increasing in length, and then 2 diagonal stitches shorter to make the block. I'm going to end off my threads by weaving into the backs of the stitches. There will be enough coverage on the back for me to do that with this particular background stitch. Normally, I prefer to bring the needle up in an empty hole and go down in a shared hole, and I can do that for the block that's going this way. But I will not be able to do that for the block that's going the other way. And so I will take care when I bring my needle up that I don't split the strands that are already there, and then I'm right beside the stitch that's already in the shared hole and not trying hard not to interfere with it in any way. So reverse Scotch stitch is just blocks that alternate direction. It makes a really interesting pattern, and it's one that I really like. An excellent background stitch that's easy to compensate. Okay, now I'm going to be bringing the needle up in a shared hole. And the reason why I'm doing this instead of always trying to bring the needle up in an empty hole and go down in the shared hole is I don't want there to be any chance of a thread carry showing through that way. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Make sure that I am not stitching into the same holes. So I'm going to continue stitching this reverse Scotch stitch over 3 canvas threads until I've completed the outside border, and then I'll come back and show you the next stitch.